Last week we did weak side attacks, so we're gonna do weak side escapes, right? So weak and strong, this is like the pillow side or the strong side when I'm here, right? So when I go to this side, of course this is also good, right? Obviously she has her head blocking my out. So when you're defending, right, I see a lot of people like putting both hands like this and just trying to pull up. It's always better to use like a C-clamp here, right here on the wrist, the lower on the hand, the lever is better, and we're here. So if I'm just like pulling out and I'm trying to control, she's probably gonna win this battle at some point. So you have to anchor her arm to your chest. So I'm pulling like this. Now when she goes to actually try to attack, I have full control over this arm, right? The good thing is that when we're on the strong side, we always bridge over to the weak side. So now we're already on the weak side, so we could just start escaping from here. So one thing is, you could shed the top hook, right? Shedding the top hook is fine, but you do run the risk of having her cross her feet and then bridging and then re-attacking, putting her foot over the top or something like that. So remember that this is my primary defensive hand, this is my secondary. I usually never want to release my right hand, because if I'm releasing my right hand, then she can start grabbing my collar and start to attack, right? It just doesn't make sense. So I can be here. If I want to shed this bottom hook, if it's weak, I can just start scooting my hips over like this. If her hook is tight, right, I can start kicking out and then going and scooting my butt over that hook. If I'm unable to, I want to keep this really close to my body, bring my knee up, and then I can start shedding this and then going here. So once I'm in this position, my head has to be on the right side of her head. I want to be able to block her from retaking my back, because if she has chest to back connection, this is better for her. And then no matter how much I move, she can just continuously go. So I want to go here and start blocking. So what I would do from here is really up to you. You could come up to top position, or if your partner's really adamant, she'll start coming up so you can block the knee from going to mount. If I don't do anything, she's just gonna go right here. And I don't know what's better, having your back taken or going to mount. So I wanna block here. Once she starts coming up, I snake out, put my hooks in, and then when she comes up, I can start playing guard and then immediately start to sweep. All right, so we're here. I'm going thumb in. I'm keeping this to my body like this. If I try to just control like this, it's gonna be very difficult, especially if they're stronger than you or taller than you. So we're here. I'm kicking out that bottom hook, right? If she keeps this hook in, that's a little bit different, and we'll deal with that a little bit later. So I'm starting to scoop my back in. I'm blocking. I can come up top position, or I start snaking out, putting my hook in. And I always go for my right hook first versus my left. Go back to your side. If I bring my left hook in, she might come over the top of this leg, and now I'm gonna get like side smash, and then she's gonna pass. So it's always better to get your top hook in. Then when she starts coming up, I can instantly like re-sweep or go right to guard. Okay, one more time. I think it's really nice when you can pull this to your body. This will stop a lot of the attacks, right? Going here, blocking, coming top position, or snaking out, putting the hook in, and then living to fight another day. Okay, so that's the first one. Fundamental questions. All right, 1, 2, 3. So I guess the question is, what do you do when she does that, right? So if she starts to go and shed that hook, right, immediately you should always be blocking that hip. That should be like your number one thing. Then you can always forward snake and then retake her back, right? But let's say that we're in that position and her back is a little bit farther than I like here. So now it's harder for me to just forward snake because the weight is almost to the right of my leg. So I'm gonna be hooking here, her leg. Now I can start driving off of my toes, getting her to her side. Once I put my head down, bring my knee up, and then I can retake the back. And I can cross here, come over. And I want you to like draw that a little bit, right? So we're here, she starts going. I can hook here, drive. Knee comes up, right? My knee has to be high, and then I can re-fall. I can cross here, open up, or I can just put in my top hook. One more. All right, I'm keeping this close to my body. driving up, driving up. The higher I can bring my knee, the better. And the more on her side I can put Tiffany, the better it's gonna be for me. Knee comes up, I sit, I fall, I can open up or just put my hook in. So let's do that and then we'll show you how to beat that. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, so I pull this down, I start to shed, and then she hooks it and I feel her hook it. So if I stay here, right, she's gonna drive into me and put me onto my side, right? So I need to make sure that I bring my leg to my chest and then I hook with her ankle with my right. Now, once that's hooked, I can start blocking here. Now her hands are connected. I won't be able to get any position here, but she also won't be able to come up. So you have to think about that when you're in Tiffany's position. She needs her right elbow in order to come up. When she does, it creates a little bit of space. If she comes up to her right elbow and her arm stays here, she's gonna come up to top position, and then she has the underhook and she's gonna knee cut through. So I need to get that underhook back. So that's one thing you have to think about, is getting that underhook back, right? So we're here, I start going and she hooks me and then I hook. I block. If she starts coming up to your elbow, I can underhook and come up to top position. Or if she starts coming up, I can start kicking through and getting to single leg X, right? That's probably your easiest option. You could go to standard butterfly if you wanted to, right? So this is very common, right? So here I start shedding, she starts hooking in, I need to come in here. A lot of people have difficulties catching this last night. Go ahead and bend. So you have to bring your leg up just a little bit and then you're gonna be hooking. It's not like I'm going like real tight, I'm just coming in a little bit and I'm extending and I'm dropping here. When she starts coming up, I come up to top position, or I can kick through and go to single leg X. There's just a lot of different scenarios that could happen in this situation. All right, she hooks, I come in. If I can't reach it, that's fine. I could start turning in, hugging this leg, and then driving in. This leg is gonna be a lot of problem, but if I stay here and she has her arms connected, right, she's just gonna drive me over. And then when she starts driving, I just have to go along for the ride. So here, in, blocking, underhooking, or going for single leg X. Okay, sound good? All right, 1, 2, 3. Wait till they're done. Okay, last week I did 2 submissions. I did cross choke, right? So she's pummeling that arm in, she's going. Yeah, and I was just like, extend out, you can finish it here. You could go to the strong side, right? So when I'm trying to defend this, right, I'm going sleeve, I'm going high up on the tricep, I'm pulling down. That way it's really hard for Tiffany to still choke me. But I need to pass my head, past her head, because this is kind of like a pillow here. So no matter where I go, she's still gonna have that choking pressure. So I need to make sure that I'm feeling that hook, passing my head onto the safe side. Now that I'm over here, it's a lot harder for her to finish that submission. Right? So in order for me to completely, because she could still go ahead and pull it, she could not finish. So what I want to do is I want to block her hip and come up here. Now when she starts to choke, I frame and I start scooting towards her. And it's going to be really hard at the angle she's at in order to finish that choke, right? It's going to be really hard in order to break that grip, so we're just going to leave it in. So there's kind of two options we have from here, right? So she goes for this side, I'm going to go sleeve, and right here in the tricep, and I pull this down. This is going to save you, right? If we're on the strong side, we can go to the weak side, or we can duck under. But it's a little bit hard to duck under with the orientation that we have. So I can shed this hook, and I start passing my head onto the safe side here, and now I can get my feet. Once my right foot is free, I block there, and I start coming up. If she ends up in half guard, that's okay. I can start scooting back, and I'm still fine. If your leg is free, then you're just here. And they're gonna keep that grip the whole time. So I'll do that one more time, and then I'll show you another option. So here, she has that grip, right? We'll just test it to make sure that it's good. Good, so 1, 2, I'm pulling out, head position, and I scoop. Now I can start coming up and then escaping. Now the other escape that I do, like, this is a little unorthodox, so bear with me, okay? So what I can do is I can scoot down, and I put my head right into her armpit like this, because she needs to have this angle behind my head. I could put my head in here, and then I can start pushing. If you need to clear this, that's fine. I'm gonna push the elbow as I come up. It's really hard for Tiffany to follow me when I drive her out. I scoot here, and then I push and I come up. It's really quick. I do the same thing for like bow and arrow position, right? But if she's already pulling back, I have to go to the side. I won't be able to drive my head in because there's nowhere to go. But if I'm here, I can scoot low, head comes in. I start to move my body, and I can start driving that elbow. Even if she keeps that tight, right? It's hard with that angle for me to come up and for her to follow me.
That's before she starts pulling.
Yeah, before she's like really far back. You can go low. Same thing with bow and arrow. Okay, questions? All right, 1, 2, 3.